A trailer caught my eye a little while ago. Satisfactory? What's that, I thought. A game about a factory? And then I pat myself on the back for my keen powers of perception. Now in 1.0 full release, which is exciting for some, I'm sure. Less so if you didn't even know the game existed in early access. But good enough for me. I fired it up, played it for a bit, and this is how it went. I'm not gonna lie. At first, I was not impressed. Running around a big open area, mining ore and picking up leaves. Boy, this sure does feel like every survival game. Crafting table, storage chests. Wow, what will they think of next? We can turn the ore into bars? Amazing! I wonder when we get to craft some originality. At a certain point though, things started to click. I was working over the crafting bench, hammering out the massive stack of materials I needed for the next upgrade. Man, this is tedious, I thought. I sure wish there was a better way to do this. And then I actually paid attention to my build menu and realized, wait, I can build a miner, smelter, and constructor. Could I just string them together and make these things automatically? Wow, that was really quick and easy. That's much better. Wait, could I build a setup like this on every resource node? I mean, why not? Wow. Although, it is annoying having to run around. I wish there was some way to convey stuff directly to my base. Oh, okay. The wheels were turning in my mind, and very soon out in the world as well. Picking leaves and tasering wildlife was only one tiny slice of what Satisfactory was about, and chiseling ore by hand and crafting things at the bench was for chumps. Automation is the way forward. And so automate I did. I covered up all that lush green landscape with some nice economical pavement and got a crude factory up and running. It was a model of efficiency, as long as you don't look at it too closely. Everyone's path of progress is a little different. Mine has some convoluted supply lines and a few dead ends. I'm sure there are a few engineers chortling to themselves looking at my setup, but we didn't all go to school for this, okay? Once the engines were humming, I was free to run around and explore while the work gets done for me. I got to admire nature, but more realistically, find more stuff to exploit. It's truly remarkable how quickly I went from admiring natural splendor to seeing everything as a resource to be harvested. I see these majestic flying creatures, and all I'm thinking about is how I can get to them and wondering if I can make widgets out of their skin. These tall boys wandering around, I wonder if any pieces of them can be used to power my generators. Speaking of generators, I just love that even out in the wilds in the farthest reaches of the land, you can still hear the ear-splitting sound of a fuse blowing out of nowhere. Oh, a generator has stopped? Yeah, so is my heart. Back to base, I guess, to make more fuel. There's something darkly amusing about gathering leaves and wood to turn into fuel to power my chainsaw, which I will use to gather even more leaves and wood in an endless cycle of deforestation and consumption. Am I supposed to feel bad for harvesting everything the eye can see? I feel like the morals are a little mixed here. I mean, I get the whole tongue-in-cheek, cheery but totally amoral corporation vibes they're going for here, but also, they make plundering a pristine alien world just so darn fun and satisfying. And I feel like too many games these days are spreading anti-corporate messages. What have corporations ever done to you? Actually, probably not a question you should ask a game developer. Might be a touchy subject. Anyway, on the whole, I really like Satisfactory. I'm glad I stumbled upon it. Although, I must have heard about it sometime in the past, since it turns out I already owned it on Steam. It's not even the type of game I would usually play, but I guess I'm much more willing to go out on a limb and purchase a game I'm not even sure I'll like if it actually goes on sale sometime. I hope you're listening, people who made Factorio. I haven't finished it yet, clearly, but I only have so many hours a week to play and make a video, and as we've already established, I'm not the most efficient player. What I've played so far is awesome, so I doubt my opinion will change unless the game really goes off the rails later on. If anything, it'll go on the rails, since I think you get to build trains at some point. This is definitely going to be my chill out and listen to a podcast in the background game for at least a few weeks. It also makes me want to take a look at other factory-type games. I know I made a dig at Factorio a minute ago, but still, I've heard good things. I've heard other things too. Stories. Tales of days, weeks consumed, lives derailed. And I am afraid. But yeah, I'll play it someday probably. Anyway, this video's done. Why not watch another one?